We're back. Didn't realize it was going to take me an hour and 12 minutes just to clear out the entire north area and stuff. I guess I did clear out some over there. And over here. But still, welcome back to Thronebreaker. So now then... No. Let me pick up the thing. We need more gold.
Off to Witcherton, are ye? Bonnie tune that. Just the folk will be on shite. Off to Witcherton, are ye? Off to Witcherton.
Now for some more bullshit.
As they neared Wetterton, the Queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, the townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The Queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
Great. Oh yeah, we could just let them die because they're elves and dwarves. No, we'll intervene.
What is your command, your grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the Queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town. Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Time to beat up the frickin' peasants. Oh god, they're not even worth fighting. They only have one. Oh god, the pause of battle. God. Unfortunately, this was not Larry's first program. Nor its last. Though the wars between humans and the elder races had ended decades past, elves and dwarves were still painfully aware of how quickly we can turn to hatred. It doesn't take long before pitchforks and flares were taken to the streets, and the cobblestones were stained crimson with blood. It wouldn't be The Witcher without, racism against elves and dwarves. I hate puzzle battles though. This battle only lasts one round.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
Every turn start, set this unit's power equal to the number of active mobs on this road. So you see what we have to do here. Basically, it's pretty simple.
Reynard,
Why that?
who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Okay, so here's the thing. Don't fire yet. I remember this one. What we want to do now, we want to fire. Then we want to deploy.
Company! We must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
I'm stupid. I just realized what I had to do.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones!
I just...
Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
It's like I really...
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
So you see what we have to do. Boop, boop. We go boop. There we go boop.
We must trust it. We must strike the largest
There we go.
clusters. Disperse the mob.
Boop. Push us back at 3. Then we go. Puzzles.
Happily, Meve restored order without suffering any losses. Reynard then learned that a nobleman's ire had triggered the violence, ire at having discovered a theft.
Suspicion fell on the non-humans he employed. He accused them, they protested, and the row soon engulfed the town. But there's something else, your grace.
Reynard gestured towards an aged man who stood grieving, his face in his hands.
I've witnesses who claim the strays of Sparla are the thieves.
Though the tragedy seemed the result of a misunderstanding, justice would have to be served. Those responsible for the slaughter would need to be punished. The question was, how severely?
Decisions. So basically, the strays of Sparrow are up to no one. Sort of in the MO. But then, it has to be those freaking non-humans. And then we ended up with basically, lots of people dying. Do we have them hanged or whipped? Hanged or whipped? Hanged or whipped? Hanged or whipped? I don't really know which one.
Your excuses I cannot accept,
Said the Queen.
The vipers who called for the slaughter, they will hang. The rest...
Majesty!
A townswoman fell to Meve's feet.
Mercy, please! 'Twere words taken wrong, a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? To don another's cape, pay out insufficient change, these are misunderstandings. What happened here was criminal, and you'll be punished as criminals.
There was a misunderstanding. Yeah, you guys made me have to murder, like, 6 townsfolk. There's a bunch of dead non-humans. Oh, it's a misunderstanding. People are dead. More people are dead. I'm throwing more people up on trees, and they're now dead.
The condemned
Looks
were
like I
hanged
saw
at
one
once,
example.
without regard to the protests of kith and kin.
But
Those non-humans who had
Yeah,
managed to
okay.
hide and survive made a most generous donation in gold to bolster the Queen's force. I'd like to say Wetterton's small melting pot of races lived on in harmony. Yet alas,
No.
I'm not in the habit of propagating untruths.
I mean, no. That's just gonna make them hate the frickin' non-humans more. Oh, they gave them gold. Which if they have gold? Oh, and they've been me-sided with the non-humans. Gotta hate her now. She had our townsfolk hanged. Peasants. It's like I tried to be nice, but people piss me off. Now you're hanging. Hope
You
learned
hanged
your
good
lesson.
folk today, ma'am. And for what? Because they came to the end of their tether? You hanged good folk. You hanged good...
I'll kick you in the nuts. You hanged a good folk. You're mean. Yeah, there's a freaking cave. cave of darkness and spookiness.
Well, well. Seems humans are near the same after all. Well, nothing left in Wetterton for me now. Close me shop and share the road with you.
Boop. We have a swarf with us now. Huzzah. Finally, the locals claim a treasure center within the cave. We can send a small detachment to learn what truth there is to the rumor. I at first glance it appears rather treacherous. So here's the thing. We can lose 2 units for 200 gold. We can afford to lose units, like... Units don't really matter as much as resources. So yeah, 200 gold. We lose 2 units, 200 gold. Now we have enough money that we can basically go over here. Boop. Boop. Now we'll gain more gold. Huzzah. Next time we're gonna either make that or that. That's for next time. Then we come back to the camp. I mean, we're not in the vet area yet. And looks like a grave hag. It's probably a puzzle battle just to spite me. Well, it does have the puzzle icon, so...
The Lyrians entered the graveyard. Crickets chirped in its tall, windswept grass, and lush green moss covered its crumbling gravestones. Only a fresh bloodstain upon a mausoleum wall suggested that something disturbed the dead in their rest and hunted the living.
Save your tears, throw off your grief.
An eerie voice sang, its ghastly lament standing Neve's hair on end.
Soon your life too shall cease as you pass into the eternal glow.
A pockmarked, pustule-ridden creature crawled out from behind some gravestones. It vaguely resembled a shriveled, hunchbacked hag, until its head split into 2 halves, forming a tooth-spiked maw.
Attack!
Okay. Then.
Everyone!
Oh jeez, look at that grave hag. And of course it's a puzzle. Why wouldn't it be a puzzle? What exactly was the monster Miva kept in the cemetery? The inhabitants of Wetterton called it a mourner. They believed her to be a she-elf driven mad after her children were killed. From time to time, we return to the graves to light candles, light flowers, and make an offering of human blood. It's a grave hag. Kill it with fire. Very well, and that's 1 round. So, let's see, how is this gonna go? Every 2 turn, start. Damage the lowest units. So we need to kill the grave hag. Immune. That might mean it's immune to damage. Which basically means we need to destroy these rock things. First. Well, maybe we only need to destroy 1 rock thing. Destroy. Our turn start. Destroy the lowest.
Aye. 1 bolt's all I need.
Yeah, we can't damage that. That'll get rid of him.
Should have listened to me old lady. Give me a target.
Boom.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Our ballista, your command.
And we've won. Just like that. That was an easy one.
What was that filth?
It was a
The
great
queen
day.
croaked hoarsely as the dying monster writhed in agony at her feet.
I know
Gosh,
not,
set
your
on
grace.
fire.
Replied Reynard.
But to be
Shoot
safe,
him more
I would have the
times.
corpse chopped up and burned. Elsewise,
Yes.
we will not be certain it shall not return.
Yes, have it done.
Meve said, brushing her hair from her beaded brow.
But quickly, lest dusk catch us in this foul place.
The Lyrians soon resumed their march. As they left the cemetery behind them, some believed they still heard the haunting dirge upon the air. Or was it just the wind, whistling past mossy tombstones?
Great. So we've acquired Meve Warhammer. In the command tent, you can change Meve's a great weapon. Does change your ability. Can't remember how useful this one is. But we probably should see. So, we have the longsword right now. The longsword's not bad. But the Warhammer, basically, move a card in your deck to the top and strength it by 3. Like, I can see a use for it, but at the same time... I think I prefer this one still. Because I could see a use for it. Basically, you would move your card. Like, you'd have... like, some of those cards where you basically need... to trigger, like, the Arbalest and such. And more cards out. I see a use for it there, but... yeah. Still think that one's better for now. Oh yeah, I could be up things. Well, let's save a bit. My queen, when the destroyer is blocked. See, this is why we saved a bit, because more gold needs to go to stuff. Belong to an elfin mage. We might find something at work, but we would first need to dedicate sufficient resources to have the debris cleared. We've no time. No, we have to do this because it's a card piece. Just need like one more. This is why you always save some gold. You never know what you're going to need to spend it on. Very pointless, but no, there's stuff down there. We haven't been down there yet. I don't think we can get. Can we get down there from here? Can we go through here? How do I get down there? No, seriously, how do I get down there? Huh. Huh. Must be somewhere down there. That would be like through a hill, but maybe there's a way I could go around. Yeah, okay, I see the way.
Beware, some bandits on thy road round on.
Beware, saw bandits on thy road round Dawn. Those that call themselves the Strays. Beware.
Beware the bandits. Boop. 10 more soldiers. See, this is why we don't need to worry about frickin' soldiers. Cause you get enough soldiers. Especially if you got that one thing. Well, you gain a soldier basically every battle. I don't know if we can get these. But yeah, you never really have to worry about soldiers. No resources, yeah. Like here's a merchant. The Grace, German merchant stopped in... Oh jeez. If I you'd have to look at his webs. I think we need more gold, more than lumber, so yeah. At the moment, anyway. Now we can build something. But what do we want to build? Like we could build that. Which you don't really need. Could get that. Hasn't really been an issue yet. I can't get that because we used our word. Hasn't really been an issue yet, but I know it's going to be an issue. The problem though is now we're very... we're what I consider dangerously poor. You never know when a 250 or 500 check will come up. Then we won't have the resources for it. Oh yeah. Now that the motor tickets tell them in. A researcher at the end would do them good. And see, dangerously low it goes now. I was like, I could scout, but that's a horrible idea with this low gold. We'll probably do this in the next video. As for now, we need to try to get our gold back up to a reasonable level.
Off to the nuptials, ma'am. Ought to cross this bridge here, then ride on straight as piss. An arrow. I'm bringing honey for the groom and his lovely bride. May their new life prove at least as sweet. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die, or the sun lights the sky. Dance till we die. Dance till we die.
Can you do that? So there's a wedding over here, is basically what I'm getting.
Smells of smoke. Bites at my eyes. Strays have set something else ablaze, I wager. Smells of smoke. Smells of...
Nothing else? Okay. Do we have scoured some of this area? What's this? It's a lot. What's this? Make sure no one sees you. People are already talking. You beloved bee. Oh god, the cows are a puzzle. My fluffy... My fluffy sweet bun. My heart aches, but I cannot sneak away. So many have arrived in the village. It's become impossible to slip away unnoticed. It's fun to tell from my nosy aunties to escape even for the briefest of moments. I managed to sneak some silverware under my dress, but I think it's best to leave here for now. I return once the hysteria's died. Soon we'll have enough to begin our new life together. But I just robbed them because I'm a dick. Whoops. Oh god, the cows. Oh god, it's looking right at me. Peasants of there have a saying. Flog a cow and her ilk, you get blood in place of milk. Young country are naive enough to ignore such folk wisdom, probably live to a ripe old age. Eliminate the deranged cow. Do not let any upper cows perish. Usually it's berry. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So we have the war hammer one. Oh wait, I just realized what that actually does. I was thinking it moved like a card here to the top, but no, it moves a card in your deck top. That's actually not terrible. So, basically, after 2 turns on turn start, destroy the lowest count. If there were multiple, damage only one of them. By 1. So basically, we have to damage cows. Yet we need to destroy the deranged cow. Lyria! I thought that said on 2 turns. Oh, okay, it's 1 turn at the start.
Give me a target.
So by that definition, I could just do this, right? Oh, yeah, I see.
Again and again and again.
Wait, that didn't play my card, did it? What? Where's my card? Oh, there it is.
For Rivia!
Oh, that's it. Suppose we lost still. Oh, this is fun. This is gonna be fun.
Left, right, left, right.
Give me a target.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
Arbalist at your command.
We must trust each other.
Armor won't save them.
I was like, yeah, that's not good. Okay, look at that, like I ran out of cards that I could use effectively.
Again and again and again.
Pays late. Again.
Give me a target.
Screwed up.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Our ballista, your command.
Yeah, screwed up. I see what I have to do. Don't like it. Okay, it's the best.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Let's go here. You go over here.
Ours is not to reason why.
Give me a target.
Pop. They're in the turn. Oh no. Okay, so play this hill. This row.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could just do this.
Our ballista, your command.
God, I made this. Made that more tedious than it was. I was overthinking it, like, how do I protect all these cows? No, you just have to basically protect the cow for one round. And you just brute force it. God, overthinking it. Oh, so we found a decoy. Decoy is probably one of the best cards. So in this and in Witcher 3. So of course we want decoy on our thing. Don't even give a damn about Fortune Tonic. Can't believe how stupid I am. Like, holy crap. It's like, I was overthinking that too much. It's like, oh, well, I have to make sure the cows balance out with their health. No, all you have to do is throw everything on the front line and shoot the hell out of the enemy cow. That's simple. I see you up there. Don't think I don't see you up there. Definitely see you up there. But how do I get to you? Basically, I need to go with this. Ah, there's a pathway between the houses. Time to be disappointed again. Yeah, you unlocked a border. Woo. The golden chest of depression and disappointment. Yeah, you unlocked something for something you don't use. Way to go. So what's your story? Cow's gonna brush. I don't need. Don't. No. Just slaughter it. Like you could spend 50 gold to make the people happy. Oh god, I just realized.
Good folk, the Queen's
After a
returned.
fight, though,
Welcome her, we
everything's
must. Tribute in hand.
But the problem though is you get into these things without knowing what's gonna happen.
Queen. Why, pretty as a painting she is.
But yeah, you get into these things without knowing what's gonna happen, so you can't really exactly prepare unless you know everything. Then you could prepare for conversations, for morale boost after you do fights, and you can't really just, I don't think you can just leave the conversation. You have to basically make a choice.
Ups, ups, merry little plant. Weddings without ye, revel we shan't. Folks say the black-clads come our way. I say let 'em. We've pitched folks enough for 'em all.
No, you don't have enough pitchforks for them. Well, we should probably go into the wedding. I mean, what bad could happen here?
Maeve's ear suddenly caught brisk music and voices raised in song. She had no doubt. A wedding ceremony had just begun in a hamlet just off the high road. When the bride's father spotted the royal retinue, he rushed up to beg the Queen to bless the newlyweds. Maeve obliged cordially.
Oh yeah, sure.
Encouraged, the father boldly invited Maeve and her court to join in the festivities.
You do as a right honour, my lady. And your men would bolster their strength afore to march ahead. We beg you, eat, drink and rejoice with us.
Eat, drink and rejoice?
I haven't slippers to dance in, but I trust I'll manage somehow. Lead on, good man.
The nuptials took place in the shade of a vast oak tree. Then the newlyweds and their guests walked in procession to a barn adorned with flowers. An uproarious celebration ensued. As she watched her soldiers dance shoulder to shoulder with peasants, Maeve felt a surge of pride at being their queen. The heart of Lyria. It beat most powerfully here, not in the gilded halls of palaces.
Huzzah.
Suddenly a cry went up as strange armed men rushed into the yard.
There's the lass! Grab her!
Before anyone could stop them, the bandits took the bride and fled into the woods. The drums and fiddles, suddenly silenced, were now replaced by weeping, moaning, angry calls for pursuit. Deep grief upon his face, the host turned to Maeve with a plea.
Milady, we beg of you, help us!
Well, looks like we have to save the day. Can't be right. No, we're pursuing.
We'll not leave you wanting, good man.
Shouted the Queen, slipping her feet into her stirrups.
Follow me! Yeah!
The earth trembled beneath the weight of horse and hoof. Tankards laid out for a midnight toast to the bride and groom clinked prematurely in the quake, and the Lyrians charged forth into the dark wood.
Freaking bandits.
Oh, to be young again. Oh, to be...
What do you have to say, old man with a fisher? Majesty, fishermen trade down an odd object from the Yavina. They claim immense magical ore sorts. As it's of no use to them, going to part with a modest sum. This magical ore is good, so the right property of the crown. We could get them on to go. We're gonna go into combat, so morale. And there you go. Boop. Oops, wrong one. Command center. So, Delirian Horn. This here is a good thing. We want it. Because it boosts allies by 2 and damages enemies by 2. On, like, I think it's all allies by 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, well, have the bandits gone. The hell you think you're doing?
Though the Lyrian cavalrymen had imbibed spirits throughout the night, they not only managed to stay upright in their saddles, but even gained on the bandits and cut off any chance of escape.
The hell you think you're doing? Fires were waged in dense dark wood. Moonbeams scarcely piercing its canopy. Heading up in from the bride's radiant white dress, the Lyrians might now determine the enemy's position. So seeing double, they staggered to battle, the taste of cold vodka still on their lips. Great for drunk. To prevent the bandit abductor from reaching the right side of the realm. Special rules, 1 round. But we gotta choose our cards, I believe. So, I ain't gonna need that. Pikeman ain't gonna need that. Scytheman, maybe. Probably ain't gonna use that many, but sure, why not? Let's screw you, Pikeman. Can I get...
Stop them!
I couldn't get anything good. Oops, this is gonna be awkward. So basically, this bandit abductor has 25 armor. Because everything sucks.
Again and again and again.
And every turn he's gonna move. Now this unit takes damage.
The chase is on!
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
It's like, oh no, we're moving.
Ow!
This is all going according.
I'm coming.
I smell a leak.
They flee! We must stop them!
One bolt's all I need. Aye.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Can't take it anymore.
Like, oh no, he's gonna move.
Give me a target.
I was gonna play that one up. Who do I want? Boost. Dude. You just got wrecked.
Yeah!
Didn't even have to play.
Our ballista, your command.
And we're done. See, that's why it's pretty easy when it's your, you know, your own deck.
Neve's troops defeated the bandits and rescued the bride. Only to be surprised. For the maiden fair dropped to her knees and burst into tears of sorrow, not joy.
Weep not, child,
the queen said, placing her arm upon her shoulder.
It's over. You're free.
Nay, not so, your majesty. My lady, I've no love for Jan. No wish to wed him. It's my father. My family forced me. My heart's fimbers. He arranged the masquerade. I beg ye, if you've 1 ounce of kindness, if you've a heart, let us leave this place together and free.
These morale decisions are going to be the death of me. So we could let them flee. Or we could send the girl home. Fowler's probably going to pay us if he's rich enough to be hosting all this. And I need money.
Oh, I've a heart,
answered the queen.
Yet I've also a head with which to reason. Your beloved spilled blood this day. A grave crime. He shall answer for it. While you, my dear, must go home.
Upon spotting the queen returning with the bride, the revelers ran out to meet them. Not wishing to rile the crowd, Meve revealed the truth of the matter solely to the newlyweds' families. They, in turn, annulled the freshly made union and, in gratitude for her aid, gave the queen all the gifts the guests had brought.
Look, see? Oh no, you lost morale. I got 404 gold. And a frickin' card. You guys can be pissed at me all you want. We have all of our gold back and then some. So there we end Merlot. Boost the lowest ally by the power of the highest ally. It's decent. Not sure if I'm going to use it though, but it's decent. I forget when I get the things that actually let me increase that. Pretty sure it's downhill, like hill, but I can't get that because it's locked. Could get that, but yeah, I wouldn't be left with much of anything. I got a way to get the workshop upgrade, which means I need to work on lumber now. Anything new with the masthead? No. But yeah. I mean, the soldiers could be mad all they want, but you think about it. The girl that would go off and be happy, but I'm not sure what we would have gained from that. I mean, we gained gold from this, which puts back up in decent shell of sums.
Told you she were an harlot. Told you she'd mean trouble. Told you she were an harlot.
Oh, to be young again.
Well, matters resolved. Send the scouts just to make sure there's nothing else. Nope, looks like everything's over there. Up, and then that's fail. We go over there. Progress and all that. I wish I had something to, you know, make the soldiers happier or something before we go into this fight downhill. But I already used my morale thing, so Well, next time. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.